Alright, here we are, starting up the first Royal Podcast, episode number 1, and before we get too far into it, I would like to thank our sponsor, Iconic Sports Gear, located in Blind Bay.
We have a sponsor?
Yes, we have a sponsor. So, after that, and here we go. First off, I'd like to introduce the master of FTF, the king of Halo, Mr. Paul.
I'm not a king of Halo at all, but...
Secondly, we just fetched this guy out of the world of Skyrim trying to murder y'all Bullgruff again, Cody! See, I made these intros and they're really bad. Tyren, I didn't even expect you to be here, so the guy that is embedded in the Pokemon world forever, Tyren's over there. And finally, yours truly, I called myself the side-scrolling sensei, but obviously not, because we just finished playing Mario, and I sucked. So, Dylan, aka Dill544. So, I have a list of topics here, but the first one does not apply to Tyren. I am sorry. What'd you guys get for Christmas?
I see what you did there. Guns.
Anything video game wise?
No.
Tyren got beer, even though he doesn't celebrate
myself
it.
a 2DS, like right before Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So.
Here's a
All by yourself. What about you? Because did you get anything before that though? And I think that's what I wanted to lead into.
Wait, I did get Splinter Cell Blacklist. I've been playing the crap out of that since I got it.
I've never liked the Splinter Cell games
I
because
hate you. I'm leaving.
It's just because it's
he's actually leaving.
no.
Nice and snowy, just go walk.
Yeah. Ow! Just walk in your socks. It's just such a stealth game, and the fact
That's the purpose. That is the point of
remember
the
when
game.
we played the Halo campaign though? It's like, oh, use the sniper and take out the jackal.
Not a stealth game.
Yeah, Halo's not a stealth
Well, no,
game.
it's like it gives you an option. It's like one of those levels where it's like gives you an option to be stealthy or not, and it's like, no, I'm just gonna go in and run and gun.
You can do that with Splinter Cell. You usually die though because of like 70,000 bad guys.
Dude, Mirror's Edge. Hardest difficulty,
God.
running, kicking. Works
Dark
every
Souls.
time.
Wall run, jump.
They're
kick
making a
works
second-
every time.
They're making a second game of that apparently.
Yeah, it's for the Xbox One.
I'm getting an Xbox One now.
All right.
Already have one.
I don't like you.
That's
I don't play it.
that's what I wanted to go into.
I don't
She
need one. I
she
have an
chills in my
N64.
room.
Cody, you're the only one here that has a next gen console. What's
Hey, I
What
have
do
a
you
Sega
think?
Genesis.
Bro, I have an N64
yeah, next gen, not pre-gen.
and a Game Boy
Ooh.
Color.
Man, Game Boy Color, that's really advanced.
That shit's crazy.
No, the Game Boy Advance is advanced.
See what you did there. So, what do you think of this new gen console? What are the games do you have for it?
No, I only have Call of Duty Ghosts and Forza 5.
What? You didn't even get like Rise or anything like that?
No, my brother owns Battlefield 4, Rise, Ghosts. I think he has another one. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just waiting for other games to come out with it.
So yeah, you're doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna wait till it bundles with like a Halo package or something. Although a Halo game did come out, it's just a little game.
Yeah.
Spartan Assault. We'll talk a little bit more about that. What games are you looking forward to coming out on the Xbox One? Halo.
Nothing really.
Halo 5.
I don't really play a whole lot of video games. I actually didn't even know I was gonna be doing this till like half an hour ago. So.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I was texting you all week. I texted him. I messaged him like 5 minutes before, and he still came before you did. Tyren still made it, even though he didn't park his car right.
Just because I didn't put it in park.
Oh my god. He's out there and he's like, comes to the door and he's like, can Cody come? Is Paul here? I'm like, no. And he's like, can Cody come out and fix my car? And I'm like, what did he do? He like, first of all, drove it in half of my neighbor's snowbank to go park it. Because, you know, we have an empty driveway.
Too far onto the road.
Okay.
In case somebody like swings around the corner, they're like, hit my car.
So then Cody's like, did you put it in park? Did you turn the key off?
I couldn't turn the car off or
I was
on.
like,
It
is it
wouldn't
in
work.
park?
And he's like, is it in park? And I like look down and it's in drive. And I'm like, huh.
Wait,
Hey,
but you
it
got
shuts
out
off.
of the car with
Yeah.
the drive?
You got
I
out of
guess
the
I just
car.
like put the car into like whatever the hell that's called.
A snowbank.
No. Accessory.
You, like, turn the
where you,
key
like,
half
just use
over.
the heat or the air
Oh.
conditioning. It's not actually on.
Yeah, he doesn't
Just
have.
be
But
fair,
then
I've-
it wouldn't like shut off completely.
Just be
because
fair,
it
I've
was
done that
still in
before.
drive.
It was my mom's car. Pulled her in, put it in drive, tried to turn it off.
That's probably not the worst thing that's ever happened to your
I was
mother's car
driving
after the
my
story.
mom's RAV, and I kind of forgot it was an automatic, and it was in the drive-thru in McDonald's, and I went to get going, and I kind of just like, normally like you let off the clutch and everything, so I was like doing that. It's in park. I'm like, wow. Oh, drive. It's so funny.
I'm so glad I'm just driving with an automatic, 'cause standard would destroy me.
No, they're easy.
Dude, it's so fun.
It's like I'd be in the middle of the road and
Gosh,
just
that's fun.
slow down to like 10 and be like trying to get shift gears.
That's what I tried to teach Jake how to drive standard in my car. Worst mistake of my life. In the parking lot, he's like tries to shift into a 4. It's like, Jake, we're doing 10.
Oh man.
And since like the synchro mesh is kind of worn out, going into 2 really sucks. It's like pull it down into neutral, all the way over, back down, and into 2. And so Jake just like pulls it straight down. It's like it's brutal.
Shifting to
Brutal.
gears.
But have you turned it on yet?
What?
Have you turned it on
Yeah,
yet?
I drove it into my neighbor's parking lot. Oh man, that was brutal. I had to chain the axle to the
Your
frame.
neighbor's
'cause-
parking lot.
Yeah, he has a freaking parking lot. He doesn't have a yard because he has a pool, so there's a big cement area on the side of his house.
Oh man.
Just like this, it's a parking lot. You could fit like probably 10 cars there.
Nice.
So
Okay, so we got more questions.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about obviously.
it's supposed to be about video games.
Yeah, well, I want to do like a video game movie kind of thing, and that's why I wanted to escalate. You saw The Hobbit.
Yeah.
You didn't see The Hobbit.
I saw.
You saw The
I
Hobbit
read
with
the
me.
book
Whoa,
years
oh,
ago.
oh,
Wait.
oh
But
my
first
God.
of all-
Whoa.
First Hobbit or second Hobbit?
Second. I
Second
haven't seen the
Hobbit,
first
sorry.
one.
Okay, Paul
You
like
already
goes in
do.
there not seeing the first Hobbit, so he's kind of like.
Or any of the Lord of the Rings. I don't know if it's relevant.
There was like 6 of us in there. We were doing a
completely
running
irrelevant.
commentary
Basically.
throughout the entire movie. We were just doing a running commentary because there's only 6 of us, and we just make like jokes like the guy that gets hit with like an arrow to the knee, and it's just like they actually made that reference and stuff like that. And then they actually have a game coming out this spring. I'm not sure if you knew that because when I came back from the movie, I actually enjoyed it, and I was like, I hope there's a game coming out. And Lego The Hobbit
Oh God, I
is
want to
coming
see
out.
that.
There's a trailer.
Lego.
There's a trailer
They've made
coming.
so
It's
many
coming
of
this
those.
spring. I'm gonna just bring it up right now because it's actually a really good trailer.
Haven't you guys ever seen Revenge of the Brick? It's like the best Lego movie ever.
I used to watch the Bionicles, but that's the only Lego related things that I ever watched.
There's all the Padawan Menace too.
Oh god.
That one's pretty good, but it's really predictable.
Lego Star Wars, best video game ever.
Yeah.
Dude,
Lego Star Wars
Batman.
3 was actually pretty
Actually,
good.
the Lego
Like
Lord of the
gameplay
Rings.
wise.
Yeah.
Lego Indiana Jones. Let's get serious.
The Lego Lord of the Rings was actually really good.
Sad
Wait, they made a
thing is-
Lego Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Did they even make
Yeah,
Lord of the Rings?
but they
like,
talk. They have
Legos?
like dialogue.
Yeah, they actually
It's
took
weird.
clips from the movie. They're doing
Yeah.
this in The Hobbit too.
It's so bad.
Wow.
If you actually see this, that's why I wanted
Yeah,
to
they
bring my
talk
tablet,
now. Starting in
tablet
Lego
out,
Batman 2, they talk. It's
Yeah,
really
they-
weird.
so they don't make like grunting
Isn't this
noises
gonna
anymore.
get us like
Is that supposed to like
Sued.
stand?
It is. It's just
for, like,
backwards.
copyright infringement?
Dylan, learn.
We're not gonna get.
Figure out.
Yeah, I know. It's like me trying to use Apple products.
That Lego.
Dylan, it's the case for it.
It's not even Apple brand. So it's just like a basic Lord of the Rings pretty much copy. If
Well,
my internet would be
yeah.
faster than a minute.
What?
It's just gonna
Be
the
faster
What?
for a minute, I
same,
meant.
like,
Best-
the
best
internet
internet.
uptown is bad apparently.
Best internet NA.
Dude, my sister's on like 16. We're on 1.
Worst comes to worst, lower
Shit,
the
They're getting a
quality.
boost. She's going up to like 64, and we're going up to 16.
That's
Please.
you seriously just dropped it to 240.
We're hoping just to
Just
play.
looking at
We're
Last of
filming
Us
our
over
Gonna,
there.
gonna need to go 170.
I just wanted to
It's
show it to
already
you.
Lego.
I just wanted to show it to you.
An adventure.
Okay.
What? No, no. We do not want any adventures here. Good morning.
You're not allowed to talk. This is Lego.
Fair enough.
That sword.
You
The sword that
are
only
invited
lights up when it's
on an
convenient.
extraordinary journey
Only lights up.
through the darkest forests.
Oh
and
my
the
god.
deepest
Okay,
caves.
spoiler alert for anyone
that
who
is an
hasn't
ugly
seen
ass
the movie
mammy
yet.
jam.
Angriest
There's a
wolves.
dragon.
The dragon. What are you fighting him?
It's the scariest
Why
thing.
is he not just keeping the ring on the whole time?
I don't know. Oh, this is the
Because
best
the
part.
dragon doesn't need to see him.
This is the best part. The trolls trying to eat.
Can we cook him?
We can try.
Can we cook them? We can try.
Your strength.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So it looks like a decent game, but I mean, they pretty much turn
But it's
anything
gonna have
into
the
Lego
same
now. I
gameplay
know.
mechanics as Lego Lord of the Rings, though.
Basically. But it's gonna be
basically
like the
just
same thing.
Basically, it's
Like,
just, yeah.
have you
it's
seen
a
the second
prequel.
movie? You haven't, but you have. Like
No.
when
I've
they
read the
go,
book,
they
so-
split up, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna do what they did in the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
you can
when they
either
have, like,
choose
the
to
dual
go with.
screen. Well, this started that in Lego Star Wars 3.
Yeah, you can either
pretty good.
choose to go with
I beat that game like 5 times. Okay.
Frodo.
It's good.
Frodo and go to the tower, or you can be like with
So is Pokemon
Legolas
Gold.
and Gimli and fight all of them. So it's gonna be like the same
Pokemon,
thing. You're
why?
gonna be with the dwarves, or you're gonna be with
Why not?
Gandalf, be doing Gandalf things. But that's what I.
Gandalf doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he goes in and
He
dual wields a
walks with a-
sword. Did you not see
It was
that?
so weird watching it. He's like, "Oh my god, he has a sword now."
Yeah, he had a sword
I
the
did not-
entire time.
I didn't think he had a sword. He never
He gets a
uses it.
sword.
He doesn't
he's
use
walking across the
anything.
If you watch
Thing-
Lord of the Rings, he has a sword.
I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
I haven't seen.
We
any of
did,
them.
but it was
Yeah.
pretty much like
I've
fast
seen the
forwarding to the
first
good
two.
scenes.
The fight
Which
scenes.
it was really just me and Nick making craft dinner.
And
And
Dylan
then
watching Lord of
Dylan
the Rings.
watching.
I
Lord of the
had
Rings,
Lord of the
Kiara-
Rings.
Kiara looking at pictures of dogs, and Heather complaining that she didn't want to be there.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. But
Just
that's
because she was looking through Dylan's photo album.
yeah,
It sounds like one hell of a party.
It was pretty dope.
yeah, it was awesome. So this one's for Paul. Zoo Tycoon.
Oh god, yes.
They came out with a new version
Oh,
for the Xbox One and Xbox
Dude,
360.
I had it for my DS.
It came out with a new version. The reviews
graphic.
the reviews are pretty bad actually. They're mediocre. They gave it like a
Train
68 out of
Zoo
100.
Tycoon, it's a terribly made
Yeah.
game, but it's awesome.
Train Simulator
Critical Play
2013.
Zoo Tycoon.
2014, buddy.
Does he?
Get it right.
Yeah.
2014 was an
Me and
increased.
Dylan
like-
made it. We actually had a project back in like grade 6 where we had this thing.
It was like a math
It was a
project
math project, and we had to design a zoo.
in Zoo Tycoon.
And like, well, it wasn't. We were supposed to like make a map thing out of it, and so me and Dylan were
Zoo
like, "Dude,
Tycoon.
Zoo Tycoon, let's do this." And we made this map. The teacher actually gave me like $20 because I did.
Yeah,
so well.
that was back in the day. The teacher gave us you $20 and he gave me $10 for runner up.
We had the exact
Were
same
you
one,
working
except his-
together?
No.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
No. We kind
Sort
of
of.
were, but we pretty much
We
did the
both
exact
copied
same
the
thing,
ex-
but mine was terribly drawn, so he was like Paul first, Dylan second.
Oh.
But like
the maps or the zoo was called like Billy Bob Bo Philly Faye Fo. They some really weird name.
Billy
like
Bob
that.
Bo Bay Philly Fay Fum
And
and like Rico. I made my name really short. And then it was just pretty much when you think about it now, it was so simple. It was like a bunch of just squares. It was like a circle in the middle with like breaking off into like squares.
I don't remember it all. I just remember making money off.
I remember because your mom constantly came up to like the room and be like, "Paul, is it Dylan playing?" And then you'd be like, "Yeah, he drew this out." And we're
By the
doing
way,
this."
that was a very accurate imitation.
But yeah, that's what was going on there. But they came out with a new version of it. But basically, it's like Connectimals. You can interact with the animals now. So like they showed like a clip in the trailer where like there's a bear. And it's like you have a squirt gun and you're squirting the bear. And the bear is like rolling over.
That's pretty much just Pokemon and me.
On the topic of tycoons, I remember playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, and you know how in The Sims people like to drown people in pools?
Yeah.
Found out you can.
Oh my
You
god.
can do that in Roller Coaster Tycoon. I'd make a big, I'd make a pool, and I get like a couple thousand people in the pool, then I'd
Remove all the
block
ladders.
off the entrances.
Oh, you were thinking of the roller coaster one.
Yeah,
right?
Tyren
Yeah.
was just saying because we were going through the games in there and he was like
Yeah,
Thrillville.
Yeah.
And you said, tell the story. That was funny.
Basically, what you do is you set up a roller coaster so that the end of it goes into your neighbor's yard.
It's just
So
a
that
ramp.
when it ends, everybody falls out of yours and into theirs and dies. And then they lose points because people died in their park. And then you win by default.
Wow, that is.
But-
such a dick
Amazing.
move.
Yeah, well, that's one of the games I got on this tablet because I remember you were playing with on your phone The Sims. I was like, I couldn't get it, but I wanted to try it, and it's the most boring game ever. I understand now why people will get entertainment from drowning people in a pool.
Yeah, I just
Because
built
it's-
big ass
this is
house,
so
lit it on
easy.
fire, and killed everyone.
No, seriously, it's
No,
like
you just put them in the
okay, now you
pool
just
and then
gotta
take
wait.
out the ladder.
It's just pretty much you waiting for money the entire time.
It's the same. It's like when I play Zoo Tycoon. You just build a cage with the bears and
Dude,
you
you
drop
know-
people in it.
Oh,
and
it
remove
was
the exits.
unbelievable.
Why would you build a cage? Just put the bears in the park.
This one time,
You have to get Jurassic Zoo Tycoon. You'd start dropping Tyrannosaurus Rexes all over the place.
okay, there was this one time, I don't remember, it was like the Zoo Tycoon Roller Coaster Tycoon combo, but if you let the animals out of their cage, you went into like a helicopter with a dart gun, and you had to shoot the animals.
Shoot
So my
people.
friend and I made a giant map just of animals out of their cages, so we were like hunting simulator. Doom, 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 doom.
Hunting simulator with an M134 Vulcan.
Well, that was like this hunting game I got on here, going back to here. It's like you're using an assault rifle to kill 50 bighorn rams just stampeding across the screen. It's unbelievably terrible. Like, it's poaching 101. But then, one of the things I did in Zoo Tycoon is I went
Nothing.
and I put like a restaurant, like a balloon stand and everything in this little place, and there were people there, and then I caged it off. So the humans were in this exhibit, and I did that a bunch. So it'd be like these different human exhibits, and then the animals would be outside. Yeah. And I did that
I
once.
actually saw a picture like that. It was like this little drawing. It was like a tiger in a cage. It's like cage is too small, tiger is sad. And then there's the next picture. There's like a people on a safari thing, and they're like in this cage. There's a bunch of tigers. They're jumping at the cage.
Yeah. So that's what that was. I wanted to just tell you because I looked it up. I was just looking up trailers actually when I was looking up the Lego Hobbit. I don't know why I was struggling with that. What does the fox say? Precious.
Patrick.
But yeah, I found that and I was like, I wonder if Paul knows this is out. So you can actually buy it. It's a mediocre game, but you can go buy it for the Xbox 360 or the Xbox One if you're Cody, and play Connectable style Zoo Tycoon.
You could just do Pokemon and me.
Yeah, I saw one review that said
way cooler.
the DS version of Zoo Tycoon had more in-depth story than the Zoo Tycoon for the Xbox that came out. It kind of got crapped on by critics.
That's good.
Zoo Tycoon, of course it did.
Train simulator.
So Paul's
Farming
late,
simulator.
of course,
Best
coming to
shit
this,
ever.
and Cody came here first, then Tyren. But
Is it late if it's expected?
yeah, it's not.
Kind of.
But
Does that apply
so
to
the first thing
children?
we do is we throw in. I just got Minecraft little disc for the Xbox 360, so we throw that in,
That's good.
and then we're playing. And I was
terrifying.
talking to you guys, and it's actually a rumor came out that Minecraft was coming out for the Wii U
Oh dear
on the Wii U
God.
pad,
Oh.
and it was
Why have they
supposed to be.
forsaken us?
It was supposed to come out because they're doing it for the PlayStation now, right? So people thought, hey, it's gonna come out for the Wii U, and Notch
Best game ever.
actually I brought it up here. I found an article saying Notch over the holiday break rumor surfaced that Minecraft was in active development for the Wii U. Turns out it's not the case. On Twitter, Notch says, I agree, a Wii U version. That's our clock. Tells you it's an hour.
It's so annoying when you're trying to sleep. Every
Break
hour.
it. Where is it?
It's over there. It's one of the
The
clocks my
fireplace.
father got for retiring from Safeway. But
Why is there so
he
many
agrees the
stock?
Wii U version would make sense.
Yeah.
By the way, the only reason
That's
it
what
just
I thought.
the only reason why it doesn't have current plans is because we've got too much work already. I heart Nintendo, Notch said on Twitter. So, what do you guys think? Would
I
it
think
be?
that is hell.
I think they
Do not
shouldn't.
do it.
Bad idea.
I don't really care either way.
Yeah,
Does-
you're not a
Okay.
Does not
Minecraft
want
guy.
Pokemon.
We're kind of a Minecraft guy.
Other than the Game Boy and some DS games, I hate Nintendo.
Yeah, well that's like
Okay,
Tyren.
and the 64 and new Nintendo.
Okay, we gotta start at like the Wii and work back.
Specify.
Old Nintendo was good.
It was like
It's like
GameCube and
GameCube
Wii.
and up is just.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
killed.
kind of like the GameCube.
No.
It had some
It is
games.
It was good
Coliseum
for
and
like
Mario
killing
Sunshine.
people.
It was
but
good
had
for
some
like
games.
Kirby.
no, it was good for like.
and
And,
Mario
like-
Sunshine.
It was good for like beating people's
And
heads.
Pokemon Coliseum.
That's about it.
Yeah,
That's
And
about it.
Paper Mario.
but then I remember
Yeah.
Wii U came out in grade 8.
Wait,
We're surviving
Wii U?
Marvel.
Wait.
Or no, not the Wii U. It actually came out but got
Wow.
taken off.
Dylan, that was like.
No, it's the
4
Wii that
years
came
ago.
out in grade 8.
Shit's cray.
After
actually-
Martin's class, we'd come over here and play Wii Tennis, and I don't know how many hours we spent just going like this, basically, just waving your arms using the waggle on that system.
The waggle.
It's the
I was gonna say my wrist gets a little exercise from that, but that sounded kind of bad.
oh god, it was just I remember the Wii came out, and it was like, yeah, this is awesome, and then the Xbox Connect came out, and then the
It
PS
was like,
Move,
oh no, we
and then
actually
basically
have to
Nin-
be fit.
yeah, and then Nintendo basically lost all advantage they had. They were like, this is a good idea, and then everyone else didn't. It's like Nintendo's back down to the bottom. We don't have
Move is
HD.
With
just-
the
We don't
Wii,
have.
it was like
The Move is just a
You could-
complete ripoff of the Wii.
it was
Motion
kind of like
controller.
okay, you can use it for like exercise and stuff like that, but everyone just sat there playing tennis, flicking their hand
Oh yeah.
around.
Well, it's same with bowling.
with-
You just
and
go
then
like
with the
that.
Kinect-
Exactly, 'cause that's totally
Kinect
bowling.
comes out and it's like,
Yeah,
I
you
actually
sit
have
down.
to
So
dance
much
now.
effort.
Yeah, that was
I
like
found out I'm terrible at dancing.
Yeah.
games.
I got like a, Cody saw it. It was like I got a paintball game and it's like for the Wii,
Oh.
but I was trying to be lazy and like sit there and try to point up and
That
then
controller.
use the controller. But you actually have to stand up and move. But it was like the clunky Wii version.
Apparently
of
they're
it.
coming out with like an actual virtual reality thing, and you actually walk on like
The Oculus Rift.
sure, I don't know. It might
I
be
think that's what
already
it's called.
exists, yeah. Oculus Rift Guillotine is like the best thing ever.
Yeah, I think I've seen
It actually
PewDiePie do
looks
that
like
before.
you're being killed by a guillotine. You like have the mask and
no,
you like look up and there's a guillotine and it
No,
falls
it's
down.
it's like
like
you're standing on this thing and you're like
scary.
strapped into it.
Terrifying.
You can
and
actually
it's like,
walk
You have
around.
like gloves that have like sensors. So like if you touch something hot, it sends like.
They have this thing apparently.
That's where it takes
You actually
gaming too
walk
far.
around on this thing. If
That'd
you're
be
playing
really
like
cool.
COD or Halo, you want to sprint. You actually have to sprint.
Oh, that would
You
suck.
have to like run in
It's
place.
actually virtual reality. It's
Do like the
It's
shuffle.
like-
Start
Jake
doing like the
would play that for
well,
like 5 minutes.
No, he wouldn't.
Suddenly
He,
Call-
can't, he wouldn't stand up.
Like suddenly Call of Duty seems like worst game.
Yeah.
When
It's like
video
you get
games are
shocked
work,
every
they're
time
not
you
worth
die.
it.
Yeah, they'd like
Every time
send
you
like
get
a
shocked, there's some dude with
sonic
a cow
pulse
press.
through your body every time you like stay in one place for more than 30 seconds to get rid of campers. Oh my god. So, you just got Ghost.
No, I didn't.
No? What did you
No.
get
No.
then?
Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell. Okay, I thought you got Ghost, you said.
No.
Anyway, you just stole it.
Wait, what?
Yep.
I'm not Brody.
I'm not Brody. Whose game did you... Oh, it was GTA and it was Dallas's.
Yeah, and he kind of like gave it to me, which
Yeah.
was really stupid of him. He's like, oh yeah, you could just have GTA 5.
Yeah,
I'm
he's just
bored
sitting
of
there
it." He's
counting
like,
up interest right now. How long has he owned it? Times like the amount of stress it's cost on me will equal the lump sum of cash you owe me.
Actually, he took it back. He came over to my house at like 11 at night and was like, I want my game back. I was like, okay.
Oh, that was like the one time we played it, and it was... I'm the worst Grand Theft Auto player of all time, by the way.
He killed so many dogs. It's unbelievable.
It was like, Paul's, we're
That's
going on the beach, I'm
unacceptable.
trying to outrun the police, I'm on like an ATV, Paul's like, hit the person! Hits the dog! The dog's walking with him. And then there's one where it's like, I go out there and Paul's like, ooh, get the speedboat! And I'm in a Sea-Doo, and I just ram the Sea-Doo up onto the side of the speedboat and flip in and throw the guy out, all in one swift motion. And then what do I switch the speedboat for? A sailboat.
we spent the next 3 hours
Yeah.
on
It's just...
the ocean, just going along, not doing anything.
You know how many jokes there were of just sail? How many jokes were dropped there for the sail? Yeah, I'm the worst GTA player, but it was basically just us screwing around. Besides you and Justin doing a few of the missions.
It only cost me $200 million. It's fine.
Well, I like how
died
you
a
have like
lot.
Franklin, poor as poor can be, and then you have like Trevor, he has some money, and then you just use Michael, the rich mofo. He just had like all of the money.
Yeah.
Mamma Jamma, get it right.
So let's go Tyren's forte here. Pokemon. You were talking about a new update that allowed you to get
Fish.
shinies repetitively.
Fish.
I forget what it's called. I want to say competitive fishing, but that's not right.
Just call it fish with a bunch of exclamation marks.
Like repetitive fishing, you just sit in one spot and fish continually. You get an increased shiny rate.
Hooray.
Shiny magic carps everywhere.
Oh yeah, I already have one of those.
I get like 7.
Only one?
It's gold.
Shiny Tentacool.
Solid gold magic carp.
Solid gold. They wanted to make
That's
magic carps
scary.
shiny really good because nobody would catch one otherwise.
Is that actually what it does when it's shiny? It's just gold.
Yeah, it's gold. Like
Shouldn't-
pure.
Wouldn't it
What
be
is
better
Gyarados
if a Goldeen
like?
was gold?
No,
It's red
that's
Gyarados.
logic. Pokemon doesn't
I'd keep
use
it
that.
as a magic carp.
I keep it as the magic carp.
Shiny
Shiny
way
Magikarp
rather have
is
a-
the worst shiny to encounter because if you keep it as a Magikarp, it's completely useless.
But it's
and if you
gold.
evolve it,
Can you?
it's just it's
can
the
you
shiny
use
that the
useless?
game gives you.
Can
It's
you
just as
teach-
useless, but with a different
Can you
name.
teach Magikarp moves?
No, it can't learn any TMs,
Really?
and the only moves it learns are Tackle and Splash.
I remember when I
Hey,
was little.
chums.
Level 100 Magikarp, just tackle everything to death.
I remember when I was little, I used to just like force feed TMs trying to teach it something, and it would be like, no, it can't take it. And I'm
What's
like,
the thing about
why?
the 5th and 6th gen is they made TMs infinite.
Really?
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
So once you get a TM, you can just use it
Like
over
you know how you
and
use
over.
it and use it up. You don't do that
Yeah.
anymore.
So you
why,
could-
why do
it
they
just
just call it an
stays there.
HM?
So if you get like TM Psychic, you could just be like Psychic.
Yeah, so if you want to like
That
teach your
seems really
Pokemon HM
stupid.
for like a cave or something, you can teach it Flash, and then when you're done, just go to the move delete or delete Flash, and then reteach it the TM.
What?
Yeah,
That's really stupid.
and they got rid of a lot of HMs. Like Flash isn't an HM anymore; it's a TM.
Well, that's
I thought for one of the
Stupid,
gens
but if you
beforehand
can
it was
use-
a TM.
I
Wasn't
think 5th it was changed to a TM.
I don't play anything other than
Yeah, this
anything
is.
other than
Yeah, I
two.
haven't played 1, 2,
By the way,
3,
Pokemon
6.
emulators and ROMs sweeping through the school. I see
Oh, yeah.
so many
So
people. I
many.
walk down to Jackson, there'll be like just people playing it through the halls. It's
Remember I
like
started doing that and like
Yeah,
actually, it was
Paul did it
Joel-
before it was
Joel
too
brought
cool.
His Game Boy Advance
Paul was
SP and was
hipster.
playing Pokemon, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna find my Game Boy, and I couldn't find Pokemon
So you're just
Gold
like,
for it. So I was like, I'm downloading
emulator.
an emulator right now, and then I broke my phone and I had to restart.
yeah.
Oh,
But
It was a sad day.
Or
for
you could
all
just
of
Like,
be
us.
a
seriously,
Dylan and rip out the cartridge.
but now you beat your shiny record.
Yeah.
You've got more
I still
shinies.
don't have shiny Ekans or Zubat back though. So
You know, once you get them, you're gonna name like Dylan
I
deleted
just want
1,
to point out that
Dylan
I caught-
deleted 2.
Caught a
Dylan,
shiny in every Pokemon game I've played.
Dylan is a bitch one.
You know, I have a shiny
Dylan is a
Gyarados
bitch
in
too.
Gen 2.
Wow, I had an Ekans and a Zubat, and then Gen 3 I had a Zigzagoon.
I feel like
and
this
Gen
new
6, I have a
Pokemon
Floatzel.
game is just
Well,
Who can
6 you
catch
have a
all
lot.
the
Gen 1,
Pokemon
I have
shiny?
no idea. I feel like if I trade my Gen 1 Pokemon over to a Gen 2 game, they'd probably all be shiny.
no,
It's
seriously.
such a bad team that I have for that game, though. It's 4 ground types and Charizard.
My team
Wow,
was
that's just
a level,
asking for a
my
butt
team was
kick.
on like a level 99 Quilava and a Togepi. But you know, who is it? Is it Mr. Pokemon that gives you the egg?
Mr.
Or no,
Pokemon.
Is it Professor Elm? That gives
No,
you.
it's Mr. Pokemon.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
The
Egg.
Togepi egg
yeah, it's totally.
in gold. Yeah, you get that, and then it's like, I had that, and then I had like Ho-Oh, Lugia,
Wow. Seems
Raikou,
Sweet
Raichu,
thing.
and
You gotta do it
Wait,
A
I
level
think
couple
that-
of sweet
level-
rise right there.
level
Yeah,
5
it was pretty
Raichu.
bad.
Hell yeah.
See,
I
I was
don't think that's possible. Well, actually,
It
that would
is.
be because it's 2 methods of evolving, or like
No, it'd be level 6 because
'Cause
you'd
you
have
have
to
to-
evolve the Pikachu. Well,
no,
you
but
could catch
Pikachu, if it hatches at level 1, and you get it at max happiness,
them. Just evolve it right away.
Give
Level
it haircuts.
to evolve it into
Wait.
a Pikachu at level 2, and then use a Thunderstone, you could get a level,
Level
2.
2
Oh my
Raichu.
God.
Yeah, it'd be the most useful Pokemon. Just go beat the elite.
It would learn so many good moves.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
just teach it everything.
I feel like Raichu's one of the most hated Pokemon
It
of
is.
all time.
It's
It's like
stupid.
everyone just
why
craps
does
on it.
Ash's Pokemon? Why does his Pikachu never evolve? Does it? It's like
Because it's like
Pikachu
the
is evolving.
mascot
No,
now.
smack.
Exactly. They can't evolve it. At
I
this
could imagine
point.
that
If
if
they
like
did,
there was
the
an
fans
animation.
would like kill everyone.
I wonder if that was be like,
Like,
an
was that an
animation.
original plan? Was to evolve his Pikachu at
I
some
don't
point?
think so.
But they were
There's
just
that
like, we're
one
just-
See, doesn't he
episode
have
where they were
like?
like,
Doesn't his
They
Charmander
just about
evolve?
evolved it, and
Lieutenant
it was
searches
like,
Raichu has
Doesn't
to
his
evolve into
Charmander
Raichu,
evolve
and
at
it's
some
like,
point, and
just
then-
get a freaking ground type.
Yeah, it has to because it's
I
a
know,
charge.
it's go bring an
I have
Onyx
to
in
evolve my Pikachu to beat this Raichu. I could just go get a Geodude.
there.
Yeah, or could
Rock has one, borrow his.
Yeah, I wonder why Pokemon, like in
But
Pokemon the
obviously,
anime series, you can
you
never
stand-
like
you
just
stand
here
on the
borrow
tail,
this.
You can win.
Yeah, exactly.
like pass
oh,
someone-
Pikachu used its tail as a ground. Lightning Rod doesn't exist yet, game.
So I wanted to go back to Halo Spartan Assault. So
Actually, I haven't seen anything.
it's
about this.
it's a twin stick shooter. So it's like the Halo Wars kind of style,
Ooh.
but with less like you're controlling
Wait.
units.
So like you're. So it's pretty much.
It's an old
Halo
school
Wars.
arcade game kind of. They're trying to do
What?
for it. It's an old.
Halo Wars was such a flop. It was like
Halo War. Well,
it wasn't bad, but it was like I was playing
It wasn't
StarCraft. It was like,
good.
dude, they're making.
it was
a
like
Halo
it was like
version of it.
ODST.
Well,
ODST wasn't bad. It was just kind of like
It wasn't good.
it just
pretty much.
I
the
feel like
exact
Halo
same
3 was
thing.
the last good game, and then everyone just crapped on 4, even though I thought 4 was
Dude,
pretty good.
I thought 4 was.
Yeah, but everyone
lot
apparently
better.
just hated 4 because it was like the soundtrack wasn't there. I agree with the soundtrack, but everything else they just said 343 buggered up, and I was like,
Halo 2 is still my favorite though.
yeah, that level with the
Tried
scarab.
playing
we played.
Halo 1 driving warthogs as hell.
Best.
So anyway,
ever.
it actually came out on Windows Phone first, 8 exclusive, and then went to the desktop computers and the Xbox One.
What are we talking about?
Microsoft. stop.
The Spartan Assault co-op, and then they also said you could buy the full version on the Xbox
You said
One
it's
for
for
14.
Windows 8.
Windows 8 phone exclusive.
Shit.
That's
I'm
what it
just
came
gonna
out
go
on first.
download this. Give
So
me a
it's
sec.
a prequel to the story of Halo 1, putting you in the backstory of Spartan Ops program and the Human versus Covenant battle. You play as Commander Sarah Palmer or Spartan
I was gonna say
Davis
Sarah Palin.
in simulation training aboard the UNSC Infinity. So it's pretty much
But
like,
the Infinity is from Halo 4.
yeah. So
Halo 4 is like 15 years after Halo 1.
yeah, so it's supposed to be
The Infinity
That is an old-ass
was
ship.
built years after the Pillar of Autumn, which was destroyed in Halo 1.
yeah.
They fucked that up.
They say most of the missions are normally 5 minutes
They're, like,
long,
going
and
through
they have
the
over
timeline, they're
30
like,
missions available. However, it uses the microtransactions, so you either use your experience to buy boosters and weapons and cash.
It's
or,
it's a phone game.
yeah, it's a phone game.
Yeah.
But
How much money can we
pretty,
get out of
it's
people
been
before
doing
they'll
all
finally
right.
rage
They
quit?
said. Like
A
it said,
lot.
if you really wanted to, you could do like 15 to 20 minutes could beat like the first half of the game. They said. But
Phone game.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
like a good game.
it's co-op.
Well worth the money.
It's co-op. It needs co-op for like 3 or 5 of the levels. They said. So
How do
it's
you play
pretty
co-op
confusing.
on a phone?
Well, like
Bluetooth
you'd have to connect to Bluetooth.
or Wi-Fi or
So it's a $15 app, and it's really a tough sell. But overall, it got like
$15.
yeah, I know it's really expensive. It's a 3.5 out of 5
For a
overall.
I
score.
hate games that are like you have to do this multiplayer. It's like I don't have friends. I just want to do it myself.
I don't have friends. I'm all alone.
$15 for 40 minutes of gameplay.
Yeah, I know it's.
Oh, worth it.
Pay
Well,
four
there's
times
30
that
missions,
get,
and I
like,
bet if you
9
tried to
hours of
100%
gameplay.
everything, it would take a lot longer than that. But I just feel like this is not a game that's gonna be.
We've got
It's
79
like I'm waiting for the actual Halo big release to come out for the
Like
Xbox.
5?
5. I want 5.
It's probably not. They're probably gonna have another thing. It's like, well, Halo 4 came out.
Halo
It's like Halo
4.5.
3. It's like Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Wars, Halo Reach. 7 years later, Halo 4.
See, if I am old by the time Halo 5 comes out, I'm gonna be upset.
If you are old.
Yeah, if I'm like above 25 and Halo 5 isn't
If you're
coming out
above
yet,
25
Can-
or old,
I think it's gonna be less than 10 years.
I feel like they could take 10 years if they
I feel
really
like they're
wanted
gonna
to.
release it immediately on the Xbox One.
They could.
They
like
should have.
next
They would
month.
like.
You'd be like, hey, Xbox One exclusive. We put 5 months
Well,
of effort
they
into
have
it.
Destiny.
Wow, you
They
just
have-
nailed the.
Okay,
Ham-
but
you
Duke
just
Nukem.
hammered that.
How many years did they put into that?
Oh my
Like
God.
It
50.
sucked dick.
What I feel like is
Such a
games
solid
now are just pretty much like spitting them out, and it's like
Yeah.
betas pretty much, and they're not ready
I remember
for
playing
open
the
market.
beta for Halo Reach. And it was
So,
awesome.
who's looked at Heroes of the Storm?
No.
It's gonna be so solid.
Dude, Lego Marvel Heroes.
No,
Wow.
Heroes of the
That
Storm.
game
It's-
got such a good review.
No, Heroes of the Storm. It's
Dude,
like
Lego
League
Hulk.
mixed with Dota, but it's like all Blizzard characters.
I know. I
So
saw.
they took it from like World of Warcraft,
So like
StarCraft, and all that, and they mixed them all in.
Like
Speaking
that
of,
Ninja Panda.
Speaking of Blizzard and World of Warcraft, they're making a World of
Oh
Warcraft
yeah,
movie,
I saw that. That's
What?
and like the
Weird.
lead guy apparently is supposed to be like from that TV series Vikings.
I'd really like.
Yeah.
To
and
see
they're
a
making
StarCraft
a new World of
movie.
Warcraft.
Yeah, I know. They're trying to make it.
Aren't they making like one more expansion for World of Warcraft,
Yeah.
and then they're stopping?
I just hope
No
they
more
don't.
pandas.
No more pandas. That was crapped on too.
The only
Nobody
Blizzard
loved the
game I
pandas.
played
Everybody
is like
loves fighting pandas.
StarCraft and
Kung Fu
Diablo.
Panda.
Dude, there's a Gen 6 panda, and it's fighting type.
Oh my
That is
God.
awesome.
Yeah.
Wonder what that was.
Because I'm
a
pretty sure in
reference to.
China, pandas are like associated with kung fu and like martial arts or something.
I don't know.
What
So-
not It's like dragon, cobra, crane. It's all
Mantis.
associated. Yeah, it's pretty much just Kung Fu Panda.
Cockroach.
Oh,
Cockroach.
is that actually a thing?
Probably.
When I hear cockroach, that just reminds me of
Scarab
Karate
for
cockroach.
Egyptian.
God.
Like, we need a god, let's worship this beetle.
The Egyptians, we need a god. Let's worship this cat. That's basically the same thing. Well, I guess they did worship a beetle too. The
At
scary.
least I imagine cats would have been like friendlier. What can we do with a beetle?
That was like
That eats
I
your
saw like
flesh.
they did a new Total Drama, and I know I'm the only one that actually
Oh
followed
my
that.
God.
And it's called Total Drama All Stars, and it starts
Oh
with
my
like the
God.
host Chris McLean in jail, and he's like commentating a cockroach versus like a beetle fight, and
Wait,
Chef comes to get him.
Total drama action. That was the
Yeah,
second
that was
one.
Yeah.
no. It was like they have
Island.
4 seasons now.
It was like
Island-
Island Action.
Island Action World Tour, Revenge of the Island, and now All Stars. And Revenge of the Island had all new cast, and then All Stars took the 2 of those. And they're making a Survivor parody one now in the middle of the jungle, and they're going to take a new cast again. So I can't believe that's still going. I just found that out. But back onto games. Another game that's supposed to come out in
Wait,
December.
before you change the topic, one thing about Halo. What's with everything blowing up on the last level? You're always driving a warthog, shit's blowing up.
It could be worse. You could be driving a mongoose
gotta
and just
be,
get
like,
hit like by a
traumatic.
chunk of plastic and go flying. I wish they'd give you a rocket launcher at the end, and you'd have to shoot the back or something, so you'd blow forward. You'd like explode.
I feel like
backwards.
that'd get a lot of TV smashed in.
And then
Indiana
People,
Jones and the
like,
Staff of
messing it up.
Kings, that's legitimately how it ended. You were on a motorbike and you had to shoot like all the Nazis that were chasing you. And it was like, yeah, because like Moses' staff. So it like had the seas parted and you were like outrunning them as they closed.
I feel like that movie couldn't make up
Craziest
its.
thing ever.
That movie couldn't make up
It
its
was
mind.
amazing.
It was like, yeah, you're fighting like tribal Aztecs, Nazis.
That was actually a really good game. Unfortunately, it was for PS2. So
Speaking of a really good
graphics are
game,
bad.
Telltale Games is back at it again. Walking Dead Season 2 came out, Paul hates The Walking Dead. He thought it was. Well,
Wait,
we
I
tried the
do?
demo for it.
Oh,
show
the
or
game.
Yeah, the
Okay,
game.
I
This
was
is
like,
we're
I
talking
love
about the
the
game.
show.
The game came out and it's season 2. So, spoiler
You
alert.
should have really
At the
clarified
end
we're
of
talking
season
about the
1,
game.
have you played the game?
No.
Have you
I've
played the
seen
game?
it, yeah.
Okay, the end of season 1, Lee dies. That's the
Okay,
main guy you play
know what you
as.
do? You walk.
So now you're following the
Thank
little
you.
girl that's been helping him for like
Yeah, and then
the
she's
whole
like
thing.
shooting him in the face.
But it was supposed to come out. The funny thing about the trailer is they never told you when it was coming out. They said December.
Wow.
And it was like then they just released it like out of the blue.
They
It was
also
like,
said
hey,
the
it's
Halo
mid-December.
movie was supposed to be coming out in 2010.
They canceled that. They had like a good trailer for it and they canceled it, and I was
Well,
disappointed.
the
I think they
trailer
would have
was
butchered
awesome.
it. I think they would have.
Probably
I
why they
think Freddie
canceled it.
W. did
Freddie,
the best
if you
job
if you
ever.
hired some badass YouTubers, they do a better job.
Have you guys seen it, Master Grief? The video? Oh, it's pretty funny. It's pretty much playing the Halo campaign. It's Master Chief throwing grenades, taking guns from Marines, killing them, and teabagging. That's what it is.
Yeah, basically that's what he does. But it's $24 on Steam. Pretty good compared to if you're buying a $15
I forgot what we were
app
talking about. I was like, Halo.
of
right?
Halo Assault. But it's supposed to be in the first season. You're following Lee, blah 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 blah, and there's that girl Clementine that you picked up.
Yeah.
Now you're following her, and apparently in the first episode, like the rest of the characters you knew died.
That sounds exactly like the TV
It's like
show.
that one guy that falls into an alley.
I don't know what
That made me
season
laugh.
is Walking Dead
They're
into
like
now.
jumping from like one window to the other.
Yeah,
to,
wait,
like,
what
buildings,
season
like
is
FL.
Walking Dead into?
TV show?
So it's like TV show.
5, isn't it?
Yeah, so the game is never
4
gonna
or
catch
5.
up.
I haven't seen it since 2, I think.
Well, the game's
Think
supposed
it's
to.
gotten-
I think
it's
the
got-
5th season just
It's gotten
The
kind
game-
of interesting.
Exactly. Apparently the first and
Yeah.
second season like drag. Then the third season actually gets really
The
good.
game
And
really
and
twisted
then a
things
bunch
up.
of shit goes down.
Yeah.
It just
So
gets
much.
confusing.
Because the game takes place.
You missed a
you're
couple
following different
episodes, and
people.
it's like,
Probably
okay, what
really
happened?
lost.
The last I saw was like
The saddest-
right when, like pretty
Lost,
much right
everyone
after they got into
dies.
the prison. So I don't know what season that is. But
I think I have an idea.
Yeah, they
they
get.
get in the prison and there's the dudes. in
I
the-
think it's 3.
What's the bald
3?
guy's name? The bald redneck guy's name.
Herschel?
No.
No, that's the.
Oh wait,
That's
no.
the old guy.
Oh, the crossbow dude.
Yeah.
Daryl.
He's
Daryl,
Not, he's not
Daryl.
bald.
Well, he's kind of. He's like
No.
receding hair.
Or like
He's
the main
kinda-
guy.
But no.
No, that's
No, that's-
Shane.
No,
no,
Shane's
No,
the
that's
bad
definitely not
guy.
Shane.
Shane's the bad guy.
Damn it, Shane. It's Rick.
died
You
at
know,
like
like
Yeah.
some stuff
But
goes down with that guy.
The Walking Dead
Yeah,
game takes
Shane-
place
Shane did his wife.
during
so
the
so
same
Rick-
time.
he
Glory.
killed him, and
Rick
then
kills him.
Yeah.
and then he becomes a zombie, and then he kills him again.
He kills
Oh
him
wait,
again.
no, it's the kid that kills him. I think.
So the game takes place during the same time because like Herschel's in the first one, but it's like different people you're following instead. Because I remember, oh boy, we've actually did it almost. But in the
Okay,
we're
what?
talking about the podcast by the way. The time.
37 minutes. That's
37.
like barely over half an hour.
Yeah, we did it.
7
I
minutes.
thought we were gonna run out of things to talk about like halfway through and be like,
Like
yeah.
I'm gonna get an hour-long podcast. Guys,
wanted
we're up
an
to
hour.
37 minutes. We're good.
No, I wanted an hour.
We're
But,
pretty close.
but yeah, Herschel's actually in it, and then his like you can choose to either save like a young kid or his son. I didn't pick his son, and then Herschel kicks you
Oh,
off his
yeah,
land.
I remember that. at
Yeah,
the
and he's just
beginning.
like, you didn't even try to save my son. Get off my land.
Yeah.
And he's all upset. But
Sounds like the movie.
In this
Or not
one-
the
Let them
movie,
At least you're
both
not
die.
like Shane and shoot the fucking guy and take the guns.
yeah, have you seen the
Oh,
Dumb
no,
Ways
he-
to
he did-
Die
he did
parody
make it.
called Dumb Ways to Die, but it's like the Walking Dead version.
Well,
It's like pretty much just like telling like
Nah.
yeah, Dumb Ways to Die. Walk with Shane in the woods when you're the zombies are chasing you. But apparently there's some terrible crap that goes on right away, and it's like dem feels.
Some terrible crap.
Yeah, I can't really go into spoilers because I haven't played it. So
wait.
You have a question. Like another question.
oh, another point. I was just
Like, this is lame. Change the topic.
actually I was just gonna
Let's
go.
just kinda,
Yeah, it's
like, got really silent 'cause it's
$24.99.
Like you should probably ask another question.
$24.99 for the.
Yeah, but it's Steam though, so they'll put it on sale.
Yeah, but guess what?
Exactly. It's Christmas,
Yeah, it'll be-
guys.
Well, that's
They'll
actually
be
what
like,
I wanted
okay,
to talk about.
85%
That's what I
off.
wanted
It'll be
to
like
talk about
$3.
next.
25 cents.
Might as well add it to the
25
cart.
Yeah,
cent
like I
news
said.
End of
deal.
the day,
Like, make it your
$150
news
cart.
resolution
You're
to beat
like,
this game and we'll give it to you for 50
That's
cents.
what I wanted to move on to. The
That's how it
Steel's
works with-
winter sale.
that's how it
Steam.
works with
Steam.
Steam.
Yeah.
It's like everything's 50% off.
Well,
it's like
Steam
add
sale,
to cart,
I'm broke.
add to cart, add to cart, and it's like $300. Like,
I remember
kind of want to.
I got the binding.
Like-
of, that's what I get is I get like a $50 online shopping card and I just register it for Steam and just tick, tick, tick. I got like the Binding of Isaac, Scribblenauts, and a bunch of other games last
Signing
year.
of Isaac is so creepy.
You've seen it, but you haven't
yeah.
played it.
You
It's
play, like,
such a
Band-Aids
stressful
and
game to
weird shit.
play.
It's like, what is happening? He's crying at him and the thing's dying. What is going on?
But that's what I wanted to move on to. I feel like Steam's almost giving away stuff now because they have the Steam box coming out, right? And it's gonna be like a $1,500 console. But they just finished the autumn sale. Yeah, the Steam box is basically like a computer that runs on Linux. That's gonna be
Linux?
exclusive
Oh,
to
God.
Steam games.
Oh God, Linux.
And they
is the
said out of
worst
like the
operating system in
thousands
the
of
world.
games that Steam runs, 300 of them run on Linux. So you'll have to buy a different expansion or like some sort of chip that'll allow you to play the other games that don't run all that
It's
well
a
on
money
Linux.
grab.
It is.
Just want Portal 3.
But Portal, they're gonna
Half-Life
release it with the
3.
Steam box, we bet.
Probably.
It's gonna be like
Half-Life 3.
Half-Life 3.
it's gonna be like
Portal
a big console pack like
I
with
feel like it's like
the
They're gonna
orange
release
box.
Half-Life
the
3,
next console that gets
Team Fortress 3,
Oh God.
and Portal 3.
I hope they
and they're
keep
gonna
it
call it Steam 2.
Yeah, this is the next gen of
Release it
Steam.
as a bundle.
But you know what? Steam, they just finished their autumn sale because they run off of America, right? So it's like they had their winter or their autumn Thanksgiving sale, like, and it ended in December, and now it's like
Now it's their
Christmas
Christmas
sale,
sale.
like 20 days later. I just feel like they are
So it's like
always
20 days. Like
75.
no, Dylan, it's 28 days.
Say
later,
or
actually.
Steam always
So
is
it's like,
sales.
yeah, 50%
Yeah.
off.
That's how they make
75%
the money.
off
It's like,
games.
oh,
summer
everything's
sale and
everything's
the-
60% off.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it still costs you $20.
Yeah, I
Buy
still
17
It's like it
games.
carries
Well,
over.
I'm
So like it's
fucking broke.
60% off for Thanksgiving, and then now it's 40% off that for Christmas.
I don't get it. Christmas sales. It's like you'd think the price would stay the same or go up. It's not like, oh hey, Christmas is coming, 50% off everything.
well, that's what I think they just wanted to do that because everyone
Boxing
gets
Week
money.
makes sense.
Because they know people will buy it.
Yeah, but people get money.
But I
right?
mean, it's like, oh, this person really wants it, so I'm gonna buy it anyways. But now it's like, oh, this person really wants it, it's 85% off.
yeah.
More money
Yeah,
for
but,
me.
yeah, but then they have more money to spend on one thing because they could be like,
Well, I
well,
guess so.
I'm only gonna buy one game, and it's like, oh shit, everything's 80% off. Might as well buy 4.
Exactly.
And then
This
it's
is kinda
like,
how it
oh,
was with the
fucking
airsoft.
broke
It's like-
Same
again.
amount of money.
And it's like,
It's like,
well,
oh,
I'm
the guns
broke
originally
again.
$400. It's $100. Okay, gimme.
And then you're like, hey, I can buy more.
People don't realize that you're still spending $100.
And then you're
Yeah.
still like, well, now I have more
But you're
money. I
saving
can buy more
300.
stuff.
And then, yeah, you can buy more stuff.
Still.
It's just ongoing. It's like you will
It's
forever
like
be
the people
stuck in
that
it.
buy the games because they're there. It's like just
I-
this random.
I know, I
Well,
hate
But
walking
you don't
to
really
Walmart,
want to, but you're
and you
like,
see it's like the $10 game
Yeah.
bin, and you're like, shitty game bought. Shitty game bought.
Exactly.
And you're
It's
looking
like,
through it,
but
and
it's
like,
only $5.
But it's like
and
those-
it could be good.
I love the
And then you-
people
you
that
play
are
the
like,
game and
as
it's like-
well.
I love the like Walmart. They'll like throw in a game, like a good game in there, and that's the first one that always gets like yanked out.
Yeah.
The people
I
that are like
found
going to
GTA
the
4
bottom
for
of
like
it.
$5. Like I always go find the boxes and take all the games out and go through. And it's like there is one good
It's just
game in
pouring
here.
it out. Sir,
Just
can I help
Found
you?
GTA 4 once,
Rip
like
it,
mine.
rip it out of the ground, tip it over. You're like, we're finding it.
So I went to the
I don't even
Walmart
care.
down in where we live, and it's a terrible.
Down in where we live.
I didn't want to really specify, but
Dylan,
it
you've
has to
shown
be
everyone
down
on.
Yeah.
You
Down
have a
on your
channel
South
dedicated to
Carolina.
vlogging about your
You
life.
showed
guys.
people on
Yeah.
Google Maps where I live.
Yeah, I was like, this is Paul. We're here. Come visit us. But the electronics department at that
Oh,
Walmart,
it's the most
is-
pathetic thing.
like, they should have made it twice the size, first of all. And second of all, everyone that works there
Yeah.
should be freaking retired.
Oh, no,
They're
it's-
over the age of 60.
You know, it's
Just that
Yeah.
little spike in the audio.
no,
right
it's everyone that works there. It's like you're either 60, you're a preppy teenage girl,
Or you don't know
or-
anything.
Or no, there's like one teenage guy that works there that actually knows what he's talking about, and the rest of them are just
Yeah, and if you
They have
don't
no
get
idea.
them, you're pretty much screwed. But don't worry, as Tyren said, Future Shop's coming here
That chick
in
that works in the electronics
2015.
section knows
So
nothing.
we don't
That
give a
bitch.
shit, because we're all gonna be gone.
Yeah, no, there's a person who works in the electronics section down there, and it's like,
She's like some blonde chick. She doesn't seem to know anything.
yeah, but she's like,
This is why I don't like
About
leaving that up. You guys just watch it, but if I take it
computers.
down, then it crashes. We're talking about the audio, but
yeah, it's like there's the one person, and she's like 16 and has no idea about
Yeah, you know
anything to do with
exactly what I'm talking
electronics.
No, it's like-
the blonde chick who works in the electronics.
And she's like the dumbest bitch, and it's like, is this
I
seriously
know.
the only place you can get a job in town? Is in the
Yeah.
electronics section of the Walmart?
yeah, they might as well
Because
put her in
no
like
one-
the outdoor
no one gives
stuff.
a crap.
My God, I could
Like
do her job in my sleep.
It's like there's the clothes department, literally
Or there's like the
20 feet down the aisle. It's like, can you please just switch departments?
Or there's like the people
like
that
we
like know
don't
about like
want you.
pixel like cameras or something, like digital cameras, and
They're
then they'll
like,
be like,
this one's nice, and it's like, are you sure? Yeah. It's like,
But no, it's like the people that only
Imagine
know
somebody,
digital
trying to
cameras or
ask for, like,
something.
specs of a system, like,
Yeah.
oh, what hard drive does this have, and this and this.
you're like,
Okay.
Nothing's
what
more-
is
I
what is
don't
this
know.
capable? What is
Nothing's
this capable to
I
do?
don't really know anything about electronics.
This is more
Like-
frustrating.
Dumb bitch.
Yeah, it's like one of the most frustrating things is not when they like try to find someone that knows what they're talking about. The people
They're
that
just like,
try to bullshit
Oh,
you.
you look.
And they're like, yes, this works fine. I'm like, it says here needs this like so much.
Yeah,
It's like-
exactly.
Does this include batteries? Yeah.
Just batteries, not.
It's like
I went there and I asked if they
Okay.
show their TV series because like my mom watches TV series and I want to get her some, but they didn't have the one I was looking for. But all they had was like, I was like, would you recommend anything? And she was like, well, there's Breaking Bad, and there's Big Bang Theory, and there's Breaking Bad season 2. It was like, all that was left was like Breaking Bad, Big Bang Theory, and like one season of The Walking Dead, and then the rest on the bottom shelf was just Game of Thrones. And I was like, I can't buy my mom any of this. But
every
they
season
were
of
like,
Game
no,
of
no, she'll
Thrones.
love it for sure. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
stop
I
it.
imagine Dylan watching Game of Thrones with his mother.
Man, I tried to watch
Like,
Game of
it's
Thrones and it was like,
scary.
I was like, oh, it's kind of like Vikings.
No,
and voice
no, it's
crack.
not.
And it's like, oh, there was only 42 naked scenes of females in the first episode. Don't worry, it gets
It's really
worse from
awkward.
there.
Like my parents are, especially my mom, freaks out about gore. Like I had to convince, like I'll be playing Splinter Cell and I'll jump off a ledge and slit some dude's throat. That happens
She's
every
like,
30 seconds. She freaks. She's like, oh my god, or I'll like knock someone out. And she's like, oh my god, those are people.
Well, it's like you're.
Like,
I'm watching The Walking
Yes.
Dead, comes in just as Herschel gets his stomach ripped open in the second season. She's just she flips shit at me and is like, Mom.
And then there's
It's a
Marvin.
show.
Walks in while you're smoking like a bong in GTA 5.
He walked in and just as Franklin sits down and like takes a hit from the bong, Marvin looks over, he's like, what's that? And Dallas is like, it's Grand Theft Auto. He's like, we're gonna go kill some hookers, and Marvin's like, oh cool.
It's Truck Simulator 2014. Have you
I
seen
thought
the
you were
one?
gonna stop with the whole smoking from a bong part and just leave it at that. It's like, oh,
No.
okay.
I saw this Machinima parody. It was like NFL or like the Madden series 25, but it was like zombie apocalypse mode, and it was like in Left 4 Dead, the new one where you're like trying to in the back or like in the football stadium, and he's like, "This is Peyton Manning, and he's about to get tackled by the defensive cornerback," and the zombie just piles through him.
Okay. Have you ever guys played? Cody probably has. Blitz football.
Oh my
yeah.
god, I
Have
did.
played that game was terribly awesome.
Is that the one where you could like body check people through
Yeah.
the crowd?
Yeah, you could
and,
actually,
like
like,
breaks
you,
the
like, break
seating.
Well,
it.
it's like NHL 03, and you can just kill any
No, it was like called Big Hits or something, and it was just like
best
breaks
game.
the guy down, like chops his legs.
No, I
the
remember
goalie
it
going
was-
down scores, gets ripped.
No, I remember it wasn't it NHL 03 where it was like 3-on-3 with a goalie.
Yeah.
And it's like my brother's goalie went out to get the puck once, and I just hit him through the glass, and it's like, I wasn't in the police. Fair play. Let's go and score. I was like,
Yeah, that's what new NHL games are trying to do, is go back to the old ones, because this one was the NHL 14 was the 20-year anniversary of NHL 94, which was the first ever hockey video game. So they made like a classic mode where it's like all classic controls and stuff, and you can like, yeah, it's basically just
best thing ever.
yeah, and it's like if you score, your player goes like that, and it's basically you're playing on blue ice with classic controls, so you hit buttons instead of the
I found
thumbstick.
that so much easier. It's like,
Yeah, it's so much
hold-
easier to use the.
Well, I guess that was back when I played on PlayStations. Like, hold circle for slap shot. X
Oh, yeah,
is
you just hit a
pass,
button rather
and
than trying to
square
like.
is
Yeah, the
shoot.
fuck with
thumbstick
it.
thing was really frustrating, but
and it's like-
fortunately, I
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
For
you know.
dangling and shooting, it made it a lot easier because then you didn't have to be like, and then switch to the shoot button. You could just kind of like flick your thumb around, and then your guy does a backflip and scores.
Speaking of noobs,
FIFA
well,
Soccer
what?
89. That's where it's at.
my brother
The
just
ball
said,
is literally
"Hey, I'm gonna
3
go get
pixels.
I'm gonna go get FIFA 14 for my PlayStation 2," and I'm like,
I was playing
And then there's Madden.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
w-
like Madden 25, and it's like,
"Did you hear that
I actually have
Madden's
Yeah.
never coming out on the Wii again because it was the lowest selling game. They only sold 178,000
copies.
Okay.
I thought you
units.
said
They only
178 copies. Sounds
they only
like-
sold
Wow.
178,000 units, which is the lowest of all time. So the Wii just discontinued their contract with EA for their Madden series.
Oh.
So you're not allowed to go play Madden apparently. But
But
what
you're
I
not
wanted
allowed
to talk about
you,
was
you play
no.
that one
Yeah.
game. They're like, no.
Just rejected, like spits the disc back out. By the way, speaking of
Disrejected.
rejected, did I ever get banned because you were getting kicked from my?
I kind of haven't played Black
Okay,
Ops 2.
good.
Yeah. My internet doesn't like me, so every 5 minutes it kicks me off. So I'll be playing Xbox and it's like playing a game, middle of Black Ops 2, it's like server disconnected. It was like, oh crap. After like 20, 30 times of that, it's like, you're on probation. And it's like,
Yeah, and
I've been
you
using his
just might
Xbox Live because I haven't.
Paul hasn't bought Xbox Live since 2010. I'm
I
guessing.
think you're no.
I'm thinking because
I
that was like grade 9,
I think
right?
I paid for like 1 subscription,
Okay.
and the rest was like random like 3-day passes that
By the
I
way-
get in games.
Speaking of playing online, don't you just love getting online after the holidays and just facing garbage because of the noobs that get it for Christmas and they go
I
on
wouldn't
there?
know. I don't have Xbox Live.
Okay, because my brother says that about COD. There's always the Christmas noobs. I just unlocked
shit
that and
ever.
then turned it back off. I'm so stupid.
Been doing online Pokemon battles. I lost so many times.
I lost.
I fought a guy who's
It's like you're about to lose.
Shiny
Like,
Magikarp. Team of Shiny Magikarp.
I'm about to lose. Eject.
Yeah.
You can do that. It'll count as a loss for you.
Yeah, I don't like account for it, but
It will.
But I was talking about is like
Pretty fun,
I play
actually.
NHL 14. I'll just go online and do like the shootout things, and it's like I had a guy literally shoot it as soon as he got onto the ice because he didn't know the controls,
That's
and
what
it's
I
like
would do.
And
I
then
just
he
start like
scores.
flipping the stick
If I was
and
playing
stuff,
that,
and I'm
I
like
would just
doing
go
all
for
these
it.
moves,
I'd
and
be
just I like his
Let you
goalie.
score.
He doesn't know how to control. He's like in the corner. I just tap it, and then my brother's on COD. And
you
he's like,
miss.
this guy is aiming in the. He's just running in circles.
Dude, I
not
do that
knowing how to aim.
anyways.
Yeah, it's like the best thing ever is when you're playing like the one life thing, search and destroy or whatever, and you're just running around shooting circles in the roof, and you're the last one left, and all the guys have to sit there and watch you, and they're just yelling at you. And I don't know why, but everyone that yells at me in online, even when I was playing like Gary's mod, is British. So they'll be like, bloody hell, what's going on here with this mate? You don't know what he's doing. And it's really funny because I will mock their accents. But you know when I play COD, I just suck and get mad.
Yeah.
Suck it, mad
Kinda
rage
like
quit.
Shane.
I think I'm no.
Oh! First Shane's sister joke ever in a podcast. We're going to have to get
Not that
Shane
they
on
heard
here.
that, but
No, they will.
I
I'm
said that
boosting up
pretty-
Gary's.
Oh my god.
See-
That was the O
Yeah.
right there.
Well, I'm getting the audio. I will edit the audio like we did for the library one. And speaking of that, we forgot to tell you the story. You weren't there that day, but we were doing a test podcast. It was Nick, Ziri, Tyren, Paul, myself.
I
I
wasn't
thought you
there.
just say. Wait, what?
Oh, you weren't?
wasn't
You were there with Holmes.
Yeah, I was there later. like,
Yeah,
after
you were there with
guys were done.
Holmes, and then he
It
told
was
you to go
Tarina.
fix your work because it was wrong.
Yeah.
He
Wait.
just comes over. It's Ron. Then runs
Wrong.
away.
It's not Jackson.
So we were doing the podcast, and Kiara comes over and is like, "Guys, I got conditionally accepted to UVic," and
you're
we're all
like,
like,
That sounds nothing like Kiara.
And then she comes over. We're still recording, and she pretty much tells us to shut up or get out.
Wow.
And they're
And
just
we
like,
actually-
congratulations, Kiara, you got into the university. Yay!
Yeah. She comes over and she's like, "Yeah, shut up, people are trying to work." And it's like the last day of school, and we're like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Why do I have to tell you this all the time?" And I'm like, "Well, technically, 2 weeks
Over.
ago
It's
was the last time you
technically,
told
shut
us."
the fuck up.
No, seriously. I was like, "Well, technically, you told us 2 weeks ago, and
And
you
it was
haven't told
probably
us ever
during
since."
poker.
And because it wasn't, and because we haven't been doing anything this last day, we thought we'd do something, a podcast, and not anyone's actually working. And she's like, "Well, you could go to it somewhere else. Go to the caf or something." And Kyle's just like, "But this is comfier." And that's just where like the audio goes quiet for like 30 seconds, and she just walks away.
Just gave him like a death glare and walked away.
But it's comfier. What do you think about this article that I found? But I'll just have to open this up because I closed it. It's a guy from Vancouver trying to make video games more meaningful, and I saw that derp for derp. A guy in Laurentian University says he's trying to
I
make
feel like
video
that's probably
games.
not at all how it's pronounced.
Wait,
I don't know.
what?
Laurentian?
What?
Yeah, that's my best
There's
guess.
no H in there. I don't know. I'm
Tian?
not even gonna try to pronounce
Anyway,
that. But
so
it's not
he's a
Laurentian.
neuroscience student that's trying to get video games to stimulate parts of the brain. So that's
Wait, they don't already?
yeah, they're talking about like exercise, how it stimulates the brain. Isaac Zirkle probably went over this a billion
Oh,
times
Lord.
with us. But they're saying now that video games have been around for 30 years and they're still sort of
Zork
stigmatizing.
and Pong.
So basically, he's trying to make video games more healthy, which is kind of weird. Yeah, healthy video games.
But how we're...
They're healthy mentally.
Somewhat.
Well,
They're-
okay, think
they're
about
not-
it.
They're
Let's
healthy
think about it.
mentally. What is going on in America right now? They're trying
Okay,
to.
Well,
they're
they
going into
increase, like,
lobbies.
reflexes.
Yeah, but
and
what's
stuff
the
like that.
trend? War. killing people.
They're going
Blood.
into lobbies.
Gears of War, you chainsaw aliens in half.
World War II happened
Platformers.
before video games.
They're going to lobbies in Call of Duty now, the NSA, thinking that they're going to find the future terrorists. Threats of America.
Using video games.
Because RoosterTeeth made a funny PSA about, like, they were talking about, oh, these guys are in our platform now. Don't say anything you're not supposed to. And then the solution was to be really boring, so they all just leave. But the NSA and the rest of America apparently thinks we don't need more gun regulations. We need more video game banning.
There we go.
Yeah.
The U.S. government's going ape shit about gun regulation. Did you hear about the whole Starbucks thing?
No.
Did somebody
Okay.
come in with
Since
a gun?
like, the First Amendment for the states is you're allowed to bear arms. I think it's First Amendment.
yeah,
I don't know.
that's the
Anyways,
first-
Or
Murder
is,
the
it, or is that
guns.
the second?
You're
I
allowed to-
thought it was the Second Amendment.
I don't know. Whatever it is.
I
You're
thought
allowed
the
to
gun
open.
First is something different.
Maybe.
Isn't it like the first is like
first
your
it would
freedom
seem
to
like-
speech or some
It would
shit?
seem like America to be like, what's our First Amendment to this? Guns.
You can have guns.
Okay, maybe it is a second. I think. Anyways, whatever it is. You're allowed to open carry firearms.
Okay, I'll be
in
honest, I
public
was just
property.
thinking of the 10 Commandments. You said amendments, I was like, oh yeah, the 10. And I was like, wait, no, it's
So
like 25.
you're allowed to walk around the streets, any public street, with an AR-15 in your hand. And
But yeah,
so
you just have to have the barrel pointing down.
Fun
Well,
fact
yeah,
for
that's
you.
It can't be
Creepy.
threatening.
But
or
so like
threatening.
what people were doing is Starbucks was always allowing Starbucks was always allowing people to open carry their guns in their stores. Like you can have a pistol on your hip, stuff like that, buy coffee. And then so since the government tried to ban firearms and all that stuff, people are going into Starbucks and taking pictures with like their AK-47s over their shoulder because they're allowed to. And then Starbucks got all pissed and they're like, "This is private property. Stop waving your fucking AK-47 around in our store."
Just like the coffee group of people, like all nerds and kind of like hipsters.
All the
And
hipsters
this
and
American
two rednecks walking with
rednecks
AK-47.
just starts shooting up everything. Oh my god.
They're not shooting people, Dylan.
No, they're just taking pictures.
guns.
Well,
They're
fun
short.
fact for you: the state of Texas allows females to be shirtless wherever males are allowed to be shirtless. So at a pool, they don't have to wear a bikini top. Don't know why I knew that, but talking about regulations
That's
in
why you want to
America.
move to Texas.
Yes, that's exactly
Yeah,
it.
but
To Rooster
Texas
Teeth
women.
and topless women.
Yeah, Texas one.
Texas women. Everything's larger in Texas. Don't judge me if I shop at Pennington's. It's like
Yeah,
a
really,
34 plus store. It's for big
like
people.
JC Penney's and like
No.
It's a store pretty much for big
there was
people.
two different things and you were combining them.
What? Yeah, let's just go to Foot Starbucks. It's where Foot Locker and Starbucks combined.
That's a really bad idea.
Foot Starbucks. Anyway, I think we're gonna wrap it up. We
Hold
still
up.
have a few minutes left.
Whoa, it's not exactly an
Got
hour
a
yet.
pun, guys.
Got a pun? Tyron's pun of the episode.
If you don't buy any clothes except at Pennington's and then Pennington's closes, does that make you Pennington Bear?
Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible.
And it just goes quiet.
Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Iconic Sports Gear. They normally specialize in lacrosse sticks, but they do other stuff out in Blind Bay if you are interested. And that is it for the first episode of the Royal Podcast. Any final farewells? Anything you want to say that's not going to be
Honey.
punny? Anything that's not going to just make me cry? All right, back to New Mario. See you
make you
guys
cry.
next time.